Evening and welcome to the Township of Clark Public Council meeting. It's Monday, June 19th, 7:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Here.
Councilman Hund.
Here.
Councilman Mazzarella is absent. Councilman Minetti.
Here.
Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Councilman Toll.
Here.
Council President Smith.
Here. Could everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence? Pledge allegiance to the flag.
This meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, as adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by mailing the annual schedule of meetings to the Star-Ledger, Union County Hawk, Union County Local Source, and Tappan to Clark, by posting such annual meeting schedule on the bulletin board in Town Hall reserved for such announcements, the official website of the Township, and the proper filing of said notice. Formal action may be taken at this meeting.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We're going to move to communications from the mayor and reports of township officers. Mayor Bonacorso.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the council, ladies and gentlemen of the public. My report tonight's kind of brief, so we'll get right to it. Graduation, I want to congratulate all the students from pre-K right up through college that have graduated and are graduating. Good job. Enjoy the summer, and if you're continuing on with your education, you'll be back in September. I also want to reiterate at this time, years past, underage drinking parties, or just that, underage. You are, the Clark Police, if they believe there is underage drinking going on at a party, they have a right to come onto your property and see for themselves what's going on. Drinking underage is not permitted in New Jersey, under 21. The reason I'm bringing this up, ladies and gentlemen, is I grew up here in the late 70s and 80s. We had a death every year around graduation. Let's not repeat that. What you do with your children in your own home is your business, and you certainly do not need any parental guidance from me, nor will I try to give that to you. But as a mayor, I don't need to go to Johnson's or Kowicki's to pay my respects to any young man or lady involved in a motor vehicle accident due to underage drinking. So please, party sober, have fun, enjoy yourselves, and give the cops a break. On 4th of July, we will be having our fireworks. The rain date is the 5th. Come on out. It's going to be a great day. The only thing I want to give a heads up to everybody, since we did the turf field over at the high school, there is a fences up. You're not going to have as much room on that field as you did in the past, so come early and get a seat if you want to sit out on the grass on the soccer field. So please keep that in mind. Also, for the month of May, the Clark Police Department has reported to me there were 46 radar details, 9 traffic enforcement details, there was 243 motor vehicle stops, and in the last 3 weeks, we're happy to report, and I don't want to speak too quickly, there were 0 house burglaries, 0 attempts, and 0 motor vehicle thefts. We have stepped up presence. The police are doing a lot of things out there to try to prevent and deter this from happening. If you read the papers, it's a statewide problem. It's prevalent here in Union County. So far for the year, we've had 5 stolen vehicles in Clark, and all 5 were recovered. So that's a pretty good job, although 1 is too many. And the police know that, and I'd like to give Captain Akabu and Captain Lott some kudos for getting everybody out there and really on the stick, and they are. Not that they haven't been, but they are. They're out there. It's prevalent. They're working hard to try to protect the community. And again, if you see anything, if it rubs you wrong 1%, call the Clark Police immediately. They're not going to get mad at you. They're going to be actually thankful that you gave them a heads up and get them out there. Don't wait till it's too late. That concludes my report. Thank you very much, Mr. President, members of council.
Thank you, Mayor Bonacorso. Councilwoman Albanese.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to give the June library report provided by the director of the library, Megan Kolichik. Time of year, probably one of the most exciting times at the library for the Summer Reading Challenge. And this program is open for all ages, even children that aren't able to read yet who can work with their parents. So we hope that everyone will register and participate. You can register online using the free Beanstack Tracker app, or just go online at clarklibrary.beanstack.org. As you participate in the program, tickets can be earned to win prizes. So every time you win a ticket, you go into a raffle, and again, that's for all ages. All ages can compete. Children also earn raffle tickets by attending a lot of the events that will be available during the summer. This program runs to August 31st. And this Thursday, they're kicking off on June 22nd at 7 p.m. The library will kick off the summer reading program for young children. And that is going to be a program with a comedic magic show with Brian Richards. So come early on Thursday, and you can also contribute to the library's All Together Now, which is the theme this year, with a wall mural and a stained glass window that'll be posted at the library. The adult summer reading program will kick off with a 60s pop culture trivia night on Monday, June 26th at 7 p.m. And then also the teen reading kickoff event will include a trivia night as well on Thursday, June 29th at 7 p.m. And that's open to grades 6 through 12. Some of the crafts and programs that'll be held on July 3rd, there'll be a patriotic craft related to the Statue of Liberty, and that's for preschool to elementary school students. Crafty Kids will be held every Wednesday in July at 3 p.m., and that's a program for grades K through 5th grade. There'll be a no-sew blanket community event, and this is for citizens of all ages. That'll be on Thursdays in July. So every Thursday in the afternoon, they'll have a program to put the blanket together. Just check the schedule. The hours vary from 2 to 4. On July 10th, Monday at 7 p.m., meet the Howling Wolf Dogs of Howling Wolf Farms, and that event is for ages 5 and up. On Thursday, July 6th, there'll be an All Together Now Lego Building Challenge, and that program will run for 5 hours from 3 to 8 p.m. There'll be a movie, there'll be a film on how to build Legos, and then everyone will get to build their Lego creations. There will be online voting on Friday up until 1 p.m. So Friday, July 7th, they'll be voting on who the winners are. On Wednesday, July 12th, the library is trying to get all citizens involved in creating origami cranes. Their goal is to create 1,000 origami cranes. So this is recommended for children over age 7, unless they're talented in origami. So please come in and join that program. There'll be a Bluey trivia night on Thursday. That's also in July. That event is for the whole family, and that one starts at 6:30. I just wanted to mention that the labor and literacy program that's being supported by the state of New Jersey has selected Clark as a location where they'll be sending in instructors who will train individuals interested in teaching various skills, whether it's digital skills, English as a second language, or GED to Clark patrons. So if you're interested in teaching and helping others, please check out the library information on that program. And finally, for my library report, I want to express a big thank you to the Friends of the Library who donated over $8,000 to the Clark Library this past year. So please join me in thanking the Friends of the Library. Karen DeMarco is their president. She's done a fantastic job. And a big thank you to all of you for supporting the library with your membership in the Friends of the Library, and also for supporting all the fundraising programs that the Friends of the Library conducts. That concludes my report on the library. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Hund?
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the Clark Police Department monthly report for May 2023. We saw a total of 3,149 calls for service, of which 126 were ambulance requests, 14 were fire department requests, 7 were motor vehicle / residential lockouts, 85 were alarm calls, 89 were for motor vehicle accidents. There were a total of 28 arrests, including but not limited to 6 for DUI, 13 for theft, and 5 warrants, 1 aggravated assault, and 3 miscellaneous. There was also a total of 11 juvenile cases, including but not limited to 1 for theft, 1 for harassment, 2 offenses against the family, 1 short-term custody. Of these, all the family charges were in-house. We had 10 were in-house dispositions, excuse me. I just want to say thank you to the captains for the job that the mayor had mentioned earlier for the uptick in police activity, which reduces our criminal uptick that we were seeing. Thank you very much, and that concludes my report.
Councilman Minetti.
Thank you, Council President. I'll start off with the DPW report on behalf of Councilman Mazzarella. Electronic drop-off is June 24th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Grass pickup, please, grass only in biodegradable paper bags. Loose piles of grass will not be picked up. And in those bags, no plastic bags, branches, rocks, dirt, etc. Branch pickup, place branches out the 3rd full week. That is this week. DPW will pick up once starting next week, week number 4. May through September, branches should be placed in the roadway on the 3rd week. Just a reminder, our sweepers cannot clean the roadway with the branches. Put them off to the side, so the sweepers can get by. Bulky pickup appointment is required by Thursday at 3 p.m., the week prior to your scheduled week. They do not accept concrete, mattresses, box springs, car parts, just to name a few restricted items. No metal will be picked up for bulky pickup. Appliance and metal pickup appointment required. DPW picks up every Monday. To make any appointment or mulch delivery, email dpw@rclark.com or call 732-428-8402. Also for the Clark Fire Department, the Clark Fire Department responded to 53 calls. The calls include, but are not limited to, numerous odors and alarm calls, 2 calls for mutual aid, 9 calls related to brush and mulch fires. As a reminder, now that the hot weather is here, please try to keep your mulch away from your home and moist during the peak sun times. Also, the Clark Fire Department responded to 2 car motor vehicle accidents, one on Old Raritan Road where it was a 2-car accident and 1 car was into a garage. Thankfully, no one got hurt. And Clark Fire Department responded to a house fire on Liberty Street, and because of their immediate response, they were able to contain the fire and avoid any injuries. I would like to thank the members of the Clark Fire Department for their hard work and dedication in keeping our town safe. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilman O'Connor.
Thank you. From the Finance Committee, the Township continues to be able to meet its current obligations. From the Clark Volunteer Emergency Squad, the squad has had 2 members successfully complete their EMT training and pass their National Registry certification exam. Congrats to Sherry Bola and Kat Collin. During summer months, the need for blood increases. Please consider donating at one of our monthly blood drives. Each pint of blood saves 3 lives. Call volume were 92 calls in the month of May with 8 mutual calls into surrounding towns, and does not include any calls that they were dispatched to but canceled. Total hours responding to calls is approximately 690 man-hours. This does not include any hours the members are on duty but not making calls. Year-to-date call volume is 546. They are continuing to interview for daytime EMT positions, and they continue to look for people who are interested in becoming drivers for the ambulance. Must be 18 years of age with a clear driving record. Anyone interested can email the squad at membership@clarkems.org, and they continue to service our community. The squad celebrated EMS Week, which was May 14th through the 20th. Members were given a small token of appreciation for all the work, and the squad was most grateful to the council for their kind resolution. The squad participated in Township's annual Memorial Day Parade, and respectfully submitted by Lori Sheldon, trustee. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Toll, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. From the Environmental Commission is going to be meeting this Thursday in room 30 at Brewer Municipal Building at 7:30. The Environmental Commission is going to be having two discussions. One, how to help with the drought or early drought, and to also, how can we do better recycling as you, as a homeowner in Clark, New Jersey? What steps can you do to make your house better recyclable? So we're going to have those discussions. We ask you, anybody interested in joining us, you can call Chairman Mark Hayden at 908-510-7334. And Mark would only gladly to answer any questions or anything about what's going to happen at that meeting. We welcome you. All the public are welcome to join us. All right, Mr. President, I'm going to do this. On July the 4th, 2023, will mark the 52nd anniversary of the death of Clark Patrolman William Waterson, Badge 19, a 3-year veteran of Clark Police, ALJ class of 1965. Charles Brewer graduated of 1961, a lifelong Clarkite, a Marine who served in Vietnam. On the evening of Saturday, July the 3rd, 1971, Patrolman William Waterson, Billy Rabbit Waterson, and his partner Richie Ryder were on a routine patrol on the streets of Clark when they heard screaming coming from the back of the Howard Johnson's Motor Lodge along Central Avenue, which is present-day ShopRite. As the two officers approached, they saw a young couple being pistol-whipped by a masked assailant. As he saw the two cops approach, the assailant jumped off the second-story balcony of room 211. The suspect ran into the woods along the Garden State Parkway near exit 135. The two Clark patrolmen cornered this assailant behind a group of trees and ordered him to come out peacefully. The masked assailant opened fire on the two Clark patrol officers, striking Patrolman Waterson in the chest and in his side. This was before the era of bulletproof vest. The assailant then fled through the tunnel, which is behind ShopRite today, underneath the parkway, and escaped into Winfield Park. Patrolman Waterson was rushed to Rowley Hospital, where he would become the only police officer to be killed in the line of duty at the age of 24, leaving behind his fiancée, Veronica Scott, father John Waterson, police captain Clark PD, and mother Edna Waterson, younger brother Edward Waterson, a U.S. Marine at the time, and his sister Jenny Waterson Black. Patrolman Waterson was laid to rest in Fairview Cemetery, Westfield, New Jersey, on July the 7th, 1971. I tell his story so we in Clark today in 2023, 52 years later, never forget what happened, the sacrifice of a Clark patrolman who was out just guarding our safety and our township. We shall never forget. With that said, I'm going to now invite the public. This Thursday, July 4th, 2023, Clark Police Department and PBA 125, as they honor the memory of Billy Waterson every July 4th, on the 52nd anniversary of Billy in Heaven, they are going to, they welcome you at a 9 a.m. service to honor Billy's memory. Please come out and join us in front of the headquarters of this building between Waterson Way and Wilson Drive. Again, at 9 o'clock, any information or any additional information you request can be called by 732-388-3434, the non-emergency number for police headquarters. Please come out and celebrate the life of Billy Waterson on his 52nd anniversary in heaven. Thank you, Mr. President. That's all I've got for today.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. From the Pool and Recreation Department, the Summer Rec Camp begins July 3rd and runs through August 10th. It's for Clark residents in kindergarten through 8th grade. There's over 1,000 children registered, and all the camp counselors are ALJ or Clark High School students. The daily calendar includes many activities, crafts, games, ice cream, a water day, as well as sports, entertainment, and arts and crafts. The Clark Community Pool opens daily beginning on Friday, June 23rd. You can still sign up for the pool and pay memberships on the town's websites at www.ourclark.com. And under the Recreation tab, you look for the Clark Community Pool, and all the information is there. If you have any questions, you could always call the Recreation Department and ask for Ralph or Emily at 732-428-8400. The free concerts in the parking lot of Brewer will return this summer on Tuesday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Bring a lawn chair. The first band is Three Piece Nugget on Tuesday, July 11th, and the concerts conclude on Tuesday, August 8th. All information is under the Recreation tab or on the Township's Facebook page. And lastly, on July 4th, we will be honoring our country's independence with the annual fireworks display out front of the municipal building on the fields of ALJ High School. Okay, Madam Clerk, can we move to ordinances, appropriations, and claims?
Thank you, Mr. President. So we have public hearings first, and for the record, no objections have been received in connection with the proposed ordinances. First is ordinance 23-19, an ordinance to amend Chapter 279 of the Code of the Township of Clark entitled Sewers by adding a new subsection 279-26 entitled Grease Traps Registrations Required.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open it to the public on this ordinance only. If anyone would like to come forward, you have 5 minutes of duration. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close this portion. Who's that, Councilman Toll? Thank you, Councilman Toll, and second by Councilman Hund. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, at this time, I'd like a motion to adopt the ordinance. Thank you, Councilman Toll. Can I get a second, please? Thank you, Councilman Hund. Is there any discussion or questions on this? I believe we discussed most of it at the workshop meeting, but if anyone has questions? None? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Manitti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted. Next is ordinance 23-20, ordinance authorizing the sale of certain land in the Township of Clark to be sold at private sale in accordance with NJSA 40A:12-13B5.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open up the meeting to the public on this ordinance only. If anyone would like to come forward, please do so. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close. Thank you, Councilman Manitti, and second, Councilman Hund. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? This time, I'd like a motion to adopt the ordinance.
I'll move that, please.
Thank you, Councilman Hund. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connor. Any discussion or questions on this? I believe this is a piece of property on Westfield Ave between two residents that the town owns and is looking to sell. Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Manitti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted. Next is ordinance 23-21, an ordinance amending Part 2, Chapter 338, entitled Trees of the Ordinances of the Township of Clark.
Thank you. At this time, I will open up to the public on this ordinance, for the public hearing on this ordinance, if anyone would like to come forward. Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close this portion. Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second, please.
I'll second.
Thank you, Councilman Manitti. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, at this time, motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second, please.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Nitti. Any discussion or questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Manitti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted. Next is ordinance 23-22, an ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 347 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Section 27 entitled Parking Prohibited During Certain Hours of the Code of the Township of Clark.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open up to the public for this ordinance, if anyone would like to come forward. Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second, please. Councilman Albanese, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, at this time, I need a motion to adopt the ordinance.
I'll move that, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second, please.
Second that, please.
Oh, thank you, Councilman Hund. Any discussion or questions? For the public, this is Lupine Way, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., no parking on the south side. That's by the pit, we call it, and also Westfield Avenue from Bartell to Madison Ave. from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on the south side to allow for street sweeping. Okay, at this time, can we move to introduction of proposed ordinances?
Call the roll. I just have to call the roll on that one.
Oh, thank you, Madam Clerk. Roll call.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted.
Now we can move to introduction of proposed ordinances.
Okay, thank you. Ordinance 23-23, an ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 347 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Section 23 entitled Parking Time Limited of the Code of the Township of Clark.
I get a motion, please?
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second? Second. Thank you, Councilwoman Albanese. Any discussion or questions? Okay, for the public, the business owners on Westfield Ave asked us to adopt a 2-hour parking limit from Catherine Street down to Madison Hill. That would alleviate people and blocking parking for the people who would go to the businesses. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing on this ordinance will be July 17th.
Okay, can we move to payment of claims? Councilman O'Connor?
Thank you. I have reviewed the bills for the month totaling $528,820.80. Thank you.
Great, thank you. This time, we'll move on to the citizens' hearing on the agenda. At this time, I will open up the meeting to the public to come up and speak about anything that is on the agenda. Each person who comes up, please give their name and address to the clerk. All shall be addressed to the council as a body and shall not exceed 5 minutes in duration. Anyone like to come forward on agenda items? Good evening, Delia.
Hi, I'm Delia Collins, 72 Georgia Street. I just wanted to know if this is the time to ask a question about the consent agenda resolutions.
Yes, it's on the agenda.
Okay, I'm wondering what from number 23 through 29, what is the Township of Clark's Affordable Assistance Program?
Okay, so basically what that is, the Township of Clark has money in reserve for the affordable housing that the developers and the state gives us, so the people who apply and get an affordable housing apartment can apply for 1 month's free rent, and that money comes from the grant from the state and the builders. So it doesn't come out of the state, out of the taxpayers' money.
Okay, because I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there a limit?
No, there's not.
So anyone that qualifies for an
There's a limit
affordable
based
unit?
on the amount of affordable housing apartments there are in the town, but no, there's no limit on the amount of people. Once they're all taken, they're taken. But that money is put into a grant or a trust fund for the specific cases.
And is it, I know we have 2 of them going right now. We have the one on Raritan Road and we have the one on Walnut, and it pertains to both locations?
Correct. I believe these are all the ones in Walnut, because those are the only ones that are open now and starting to rent.
Right, yes, I've seen. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Delia. Anyone else like to come up on any agenda items? Okay, seeing no one else come forward, I'd like a motion to close this portion of the meeting.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Toll and Councilman Hunt second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, at this time, when you're ready, Madam Clerk, we can move over to resolutions.
Thank you. The first resolution is council as the ABC Board authorizing the annual renewal of alcoholic beverage licenses for the 2023-2024 term.
Can I get a motion, please?
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Albanese. Get a second, please.
Second that.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Any discussion or questions? It's self-explanatory. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 7 is seeking approval of the Director of Division of Local Government Services for insertion of a special item of revenue in the amount of $42,500 for the Infrastructure and Municipal Aid Grant.
Can I get a motion, please?
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Albanese. Get a second.
I'll second that, please.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connor. Any discussion or questions? Okay, just for number 7, 8, 9, the grants, we get money from the county, and we need to approve the money coming into it so we can then spend it. So,
Yes. Since it wasn't in our original budget, we now have to amend our budget to accept it.
thank you, Councilman Albanese. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Albanese. Yes. Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Number 8 is seeking approval of the Director of Division of Local Government Services for insertion of a special item of revenue in the amount of $15,000 for the stormwater grant.
Can I get a motion, please?
Move that, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Second.
I'd like to second that, please.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connor. Any discussion or questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 9 is seeking approval of the Director of Division of Local Government Services for insertion of a special item of revenue in the amount of $35,069.91 for the Clean Communities Grant.
Can I get a motion, please?
Move that, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Second, please.
Second?
Thank you, Councilwoman Albanese. Any discussion or questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 10 is award of contract to Christmas Spectacular for the purchase of holiday decorations in the amount of $31,152.
Can I get a motion, please?
So move, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Second.
Second?
Councilwoman Albanese, thank you. Any discussion or questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 11 is award of contract to Waste Management of New Jersey Incorporated for solid waste services for bulky waste type 13 and 13C at the rate of $112.12 per ton, with an increase to $114.12 per ton after June 20th.
Can I get a motion?
I'd like to move that, please.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connor. Second, please.
Second?
Thank you, Councilwoman Albanese. Any discussion or questions from the council? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 12 is authorizing final payment to Field Turf USA Incorporated for work completed on the Board of Education fields at ALJ High School in the amount of $49,292.75.
Get a motion, please.
So move.
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Albanese. Can I get a second?
Second.
Councilman Toll. All right, thank you. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 13 is authorizing the purchase of 2 police vehicles through Cooperative Pricing Systems, a Chevy Tahoe in the amount of $50,092.70, and a Ford Interceptor in the amount of $48,044.09.
Can I get a motion?
I'll move that, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman O'Connor. Any discussion or questions?
Just want to comment that we're getting a Chevy Tahoe because they were completely out of Ford Interceptors. That was talked about at the meeting.
Okay, get a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Minetti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 14 is authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute an agreement with Union County to modify the cooperative agreement for the Community Development Block Grant Program.
A motion, please.
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Alves. Second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Any discussion? Questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Maniti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 15 is authorizing the Clark Township Tax Collector to prepare and mail estimated tax bills in accordance with public laws of 1994, Chapter 72.
Thank you. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilman Alves. Get a second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Maniti. Any discussion?
Since we haven't received our budget approval from the state, we'll need to send out estimated tax bills. They need to be mailed by June 30th.
Thank you for the explanation. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Maniti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 16 is approval to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Valley Road Improvement Project, Section 1.
Move that, please.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Hund. Can I get a second, please?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Maniti. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Maniti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Number 17 is approval to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Valley Road Improvement Project, Section 2.
Can I get a motion, please?
Move that, please.
Thank you, Councilman Hund. Second, please.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman Maniti. Any discussion or questions? Just for the public's knowledge, the Valley Road grants will be over a 2-year period, and the paving will begin late 2024 or early 2025. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Maniti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes. Okay, when you're ready, Madam Clerk, we can move over to consent agenda resolutions.
Okay, number 18 is authorizing the tax collector to settle a tax appeal for Block 149, Lot 2, as authorized by the Tax Court of New Jersey, with a refund issued in the amount of $3,488.35. 19 is authorizing the tax collector to make the proper adjustments for 100% property tax exemption of Block 11, Lot 11, in accordance with a directive from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. 20 is authorizing the tax collector to make the proper adjustments for 100% property tax exemption of Block 48.01, Lot 2, in accordance with a directive from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. 21 is authorizing the tax collector to refund overpayment of taxes in the amount of $4,458.40. 22 is authorizing the tax collector to refund overpayment of sewer fees in the amount of $1,890.17. The remainder of the resolutions, as discussed before, are authorizing the provision of a grant pursuant to the Township of Clark Affordability Assistance Program for the tenant of an affordable housing unit. And I will go through the list of units. Most are 35 Walnut Avenue, one is 25 Walnut Avenue. So the first is 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 103, 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 107, 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 303, 25 Walnut Avenue, Unit 225, 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 203, 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 105, and 35 Walnut Avenue, Unit 104.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I get a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
I'll move that, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Can I get a second?
Second?
Thank you, Councilman Albanese. Roll call?
Councilwoman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Hund.
Yes.
Councilman Maniti.
Yes.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes. Is there any new business on the calendar?
There is no new business.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we're going to move to public comments. At this time, I'll open the meeting to the public, and you come up and speak about anything you would like. Please, if you do come up, you have 5 minutes in duration, and address your comments to the council, and please give your name and address. If anyone would like to come forward?
Yes. Yes, right now.
Do you want to? Good. Do you want to bring her over to the table and put the microphone? Okay, absolutely. Just can you state your name and address, please?
Please turn the microphone on, Rich, for her.
Oh, hold on one second.
Oh, it's not on?
There we go. Can you just state your name and address again?
Repeat everything.
One more time for the record. Thank you.
Once again, Alice Fernandez, 33 Emerson Road in Clark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was here not too long ago, and I asked about the road, Emerson Road, being paved. I came here special to thank the mayor, to thank the council for paving the road. The only thing I need to tell you, though, is that you forgot to take, what is it called?
It's a Johnny on the spot. It's a toilet that's sitting
Yeah.
on.
A Porter John?
They forgot to take it. Anyway, I want my daughter to show a picture of me with my walker on the road. Would you do that, Julie?
Yes. Who do you want me to show that to?
To the
To the
mayor.
mayor?
You could, if you have a hard copy or is it on your phone?
Very excited. I mean, it's quick. You sent it to me, correct?
Okay.
The porta potty's a new rest stop we put in Clark. No, they'll come.
They forgot to take it.
They'll come for it.
Anybody ever has to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a rest stop,
Yeah,
but the
this
one's
is
closed on the
low.
park. And
But
I'm just kidding before someone takes me serious. I'm sure the company that runs that Porta Johnny will get there to take it away.
Okay, so thank you for your time,
Thank you.
and that's it.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your summer.
Julie,
Okay, good.
just help me.
All right.
Would anyone else like to come forward? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close this portion.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Second by Councilman Hund. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, now we'll move on to mayor, council, and any professional comments to close the meeting. Mayor Bonacorso?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. President. Very quick. Again, this Thursday night is graduation night for the high school. To the boys and girls, enjoy your event, enjoy your project graduation, and let's have a safe summer. Summer kicks off in a week or so, and we'll see everybody at the fireworks, and enjoy yourself, be safe, and have a very happy summer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Albanese?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to the police department for all their patrols. Very effective. I see them at night as I walk around the neighborhood. The lights on. Excellent. Congratulations to all the grads, and welcome to summer. Don't forget, sign up for the library reading program. But I also want to mention that we have a great program over at the Clark Recreation Center. It's a martial arts program that's been there. I think it's the oldest recreation program we have. It's been there since 1986. That's 37 years. And we have kids classes for ages 8 through 12 on Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 8, and then teens and adults, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 9. So it's a great activity for families. If you're looking for something to do this summer, you might want to check it out and work on that healthy mind, healthy body. Thank you.
Before we go to Councilman Hunt, I believe
Yeah,
Mayor Bonacorsi.
Mr. President, I'm sorry, thank you. I just would like to remind everyone, too, that right after the 4th of July starts our summer recreation program. And just a reminder, if you can, anyone who's come to do business at Town Hall at between 8:30 and 4 when we're open, between 8:30 and about 9, it's very hectic with drop-off for the camp, and between like 11:30 and 12. So to make it easier on yourself to find a parking spot and everybody else, try to do business, stay away from 8:30 to 9 and 11:30 to 12, just to make it easier for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Hunt?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to congratulate all the students at all different ages that are graduating from the different schools throughout the town, and also to thank the DPW for their quick pickup of my bulk pickup today. I'm very happy to see that it's off my front lawn, since my wife had a lot to throw out. Thank you again, and that's all that I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilman Minetti?
Yes, thank you, Council President. Again, just want to congratulate all the students here in the Clark Public School System, and just wish everyone a happy 4th of July and a safe holiday and summer. Thank you.
Councilman O'Connor?
Yeah, I just wanted to personally thank Captain Akabu and the patrol division. We had 2 attempted break-ins and 1 stolen car in my immediate area of where I live. And since he's implemented the program that they talked about on their YouTube channel or public announcement, and you've done a great job. Police cars are highly visible, and it's a clear deterrent to the intruders within our town. So thank you and your men. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Toll?
Thank you, Mr. President. To the students who are now graduating and leaving Clark, follow your dreams. That's all I can say to you. Do whatever you believe in, put your heart into it, and remember what Mom and Dad told you. Follow your dreams. For those who are going from one level to the next, the high school is a fun place. Don't be afraid of it. And before you know it, you'll be out of there. Just to those people, it's summertime. Be careful. Again, those we've lost. Ignacio Nick Biazzi. Mr. Biazzi, beloved father of Nick, Rob, and Marissa, and dear devoted friend of Mrs. Shackleton. Longtime Clarkite and active in the community. In so many ways, he was always there if you needed anything. He was a friend to me, and I will always miss him and his cherished advice he gave me all the time. When I was campaigning, he told me how to do things, and I will miss Mr. Biazzi's friendship, warmth, and of full respect. Mrs. Helen Hassler, longtime Clarkite. She will be remembered for being the mother of Ray, Richard, Cindy, and Mary Ann. Mrs. Hassler will also be remembered by a generation of Cum students for being the lunch lady. She was always on the front line. If you went to Cum school in the mid-'70s, she was always there. She always had to try to tell you what to eat and not to eat, and make sure you had a healthy diet, a healthy meal when you went to Carl H. Cum School, which was then, well, it was militaris, then it became Carl H. Cum. Anytime at Clark Seniors held a function in this town, Mrs. Hassel would be the first one on the dance floor. You never forgot her. She dragged me out many times at the senior functions at the Deutsche Club, including me. There was certain people in this town who touch others and make their lives enjoyable for the brief time they're with them. Mrs. Hassel was one of those. She would walk her neighborhood for exercise, always in that little sprint, and she was always remembered and loved to say, hi, how are you? How's your child? This and that. She was an eyes and ears of the Cornell Drive area, and she was a friend to me, and I still, again, just want to say to this town what a special person we had, and we will miss her. Matthew Manzo, longtime Clarkite, class of ALJ 2008, beloved son of Mr. Manzo and father of Jackson Manzo, a friend to all. Rose Sukowski, a 57-year resident of Clark, parishioner of St. Agnes, loving mother of David Sukowski. Amelia Rodriguez LaFera, beloved wife of Louis Ferrell, mother of Louis and Nicole, a resident of Clark since 1982. Again, people who've given their time, lived in this town, and we call them friend or neighbor. We should never forget them. 4th of July is coming up. I talked to you about Billy Watterson's memorial, but also it's Independence Day. Remember how this country came to being, those early descendants who, right here in New Jersey, right in your backyard, was where liberty was actually won and freedom was won from the British tyranny. Clark, New Jersey was a part of Rahway, which was known as Spanktown. British forces moved across Clark, right up along Westfield Avenue, from Rahway to, and they burned Westfield and Springfield. The Oak Ridge Golf Course, Oak Ridge Park, is where the American flag was raised for the very first time on June 14, 1777, in the British Battle of the Short Hills. Look it up, guys. If you want to learn a little bit about American history, it happened right here in your township of Clark. That's all I've got. We'll see you at the fireworks. To everyone, have a healthy and safe 2023 summer. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Toll. Madam Clerk, you have anything to add?
No, thank you.
Counselor Mark Dugan? No comment. And the only thing I'd like to add is enjoy the summer. Congrats to the graduates, and be careful driving around town as the many children are out and about playing in the streets, riding their bicycles, etc. At this time, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman. Thank you, Councilwoman Albanese, for a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, see you next month.